Hi again, and we're working on standard 4P32 and discussing light and how it reflects and refracts and absorbs. And we're now looking at our lesson plans for this standard. Listen and engage. We could use the Page-Keeley formative assessment probes. And now for an explore part, we're just going to explore with a pencil and a cup of water. And we're going to take a look, and you can even start with an empty cup of water. But as you put the pencil into the cup of water, you want to ask your students, what do you observe? And they should say, it doesn't look straight anymore. Maybe they'll say that the pencil is bending when it's going into the cup of water. And the pencil is not bending. It's just the way that the light is entering into a new substance. And the word we want to use is medium, is entering into a new medium, and the light is changing its speed. So it makes the pencil look like it's being bent, and that's just the light that we're seeing that is being bent. So that's something that you can use pretty easily with cups and with pencils. And then we'll be moving towards now some laser stations, and I've set up a box over here. And this is the laser that we sent. You can just give them a little background knowledge. It's not important for them to be ready on a test to explain what a laser is, but a laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, laser. And so this is our laser we have. We're using the red, which is a part of the light spectrum, because it's safer than some of the other colors. And that way we have it all traveling at the same speed, because white light includes all of the colors of the spectrum. So this is the color that we're using. We're using red. And with this laser ray box, we can turn on to one laser coming out. There's 5 lasers coming out. And this, you can see our prism that's laying on a sheet of fabric, or we could just go down to 3 laser beams coming out. So we're talking about how laser, which is light, and it's easier for us to see, so that's why we have this. And when it enters a different substance or medium, the way that the light ray is moving changes, and so that also changes how we see it. It changes what we think is happening with it, but it is still traveling through. And you can see that it's safe on your hand, but we're going to observe and make observations of what's happening with that light. And if I manipulate the prism, we can see it changing different ways as it's coming out of the prism because of that material. Another thing then we have that we sent are the mirrors. And hopefully we'll work those in. I'm reflecting because it's hitting the mirror, and the light is reflecting off. You may see a little bit of the beam, because it's a vertical beam that's coming out of the laser box. You might see some of that on the back, but on the part that hits the mirror, it is reflecting off, and I should be able to get part of that other laser beam to reflect off of an additional mirror, and we might see that some of that light is not as strong, but you are seeing that it is reflecting off of those mirrors right now. And we'll stop here.